Hey, shalom to the family online. Shalom, all praises. We here for another one, another beautiful class. We got a good one for y'all today. Shout out to my brother Ishire, Hebrew Ethics. Shalom King. Shalom to my beautiful sisters, Margot, Justice, and Aaliyah. Shalom and shalom to what I think is Fit Aesthetics. I think I might have pronounced it wrong. Shalom, Sister KC, Sister Cherish. Good to see everybody on today. So we got a good one today. All right. Mic check.
Testing 1 2.
No audio. Let me see. Why is it no audio? Let me see. See if you can hear. Hold on, cause yeah. See if you can hear online. Oh, can't hear. A lot of people saying we can't hear. Put sevens in the chat if you can hear. Oh, they said they can hear. Okay, con. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a little something. Okay. All praises. We can hear now. Okay. All praises. You know, hey, in due time, I'm gonna tell y'all, we speaking this into existence. We're gonna have a whole new audio and visual setup, con. We're gonna have a whole little audio video shot setup, you know what I mean, where it's gonna be great, you know what I mean, and we ain't gonna have these technical difficulties, but all praises that we hear. So in putting this lesson together, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. You know, this is one of those lessons where, can I be real with you? It make you realize that us as human beings, we ain't, right? I'll let y'all finish the word. We ain't, y'all finish it, right? We ain't doo-doo, right? And not for real. You know, putting this lesson together, you got to be careful putting this lesson together, because you be at work looking at your employer like, man, you ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you start looking at people, it's like people's opinions, the way, like, we're so small. I was talking to Yataza about this today. I was just like, it's kind of crazy, like when you study like the scriptures in this fashion, and then you realize like who are we really? Like, God don't even need us. Like, and then you start wondering, like, why did the Most High even create us to begin with? Like, we're so nothing. We're so insignificant. I mean, just at how big our universe is. You know what I mean? Like, let's not even go that far. Just how big the earth is. Like, the earth is so big, like, we're just even insignificant on the earth. I'm going to tell y'all, like, I'm going to give y'all a perspective of how small the earth is. Kendrick Lamar is how small we are. Kendrick Lamar is a pretty big artist, right? Do you guys know there was people that never heard of him prior to the beef with Drake? So I want y'all to put that in your mind. This man has millions. He get millions of views on his music. And there was still people that never heard of him. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. So that just lets you know how big the world is, man. So this class, I hope it puts in perspective like the power of the Most High, because I don't think people really understand the power of the Most High. Okay. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and get 2 Kings chapter 2, man. Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. Let's open this up real quick. Just for the beginner, Shalom, Sister Jemiah. Shalom, the brothers BOW Las Vegas. Good to have everybody here. Let's get that in 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. Let's get that. This is the power of the Most High right here. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 11.
Read.
And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
Now, this is with Elijah, right? Elijah is about to be, taken away, and Elisha is now going to take over for Elijah. Does anybody know about Does everybody know about Elijah and Elisha? Okay, if you don't know, they were like two prophets. You go read about Elijah and Elisha. They did a lot of great wonders and miracles, right? So Elisha is now taking over as the head prophet in place of Elijah. Now Elijah is about to get taken up by the Most High. Now Elisha, in the chapters prior, he's asking the Most High to give him double of the spirit that Elijah had, right? So Elijah's like, okay, cool. If that's what you want from the Most High, if you see the angelic host of the Lord, then the Most High has granted that unto you. So while Elijah is about to be taken away, it says that and it came to pass as they went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by the whirlwind into heaven. Now, can you imagine this? Now let me just put it in perspective. These are not literal horses in a literal chariot. Okay, this is not a literal horse and people in literal chariots, like giddy up horse. Like that's not. These things are subliminal and put into a perspective to where our human minds can conceptualize it, right? So we're gonna kind of go into that here and there, because the Most High has some very, very, very powerful and strange ways that we just can't conceptualize, right? But that's just the power of the Most High. So here we see these chariots of fire, right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 12. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them into two pieces. All right. So we've seen these hosts of the Lord, right? A lot of times you'll see these things and they'll be called chariots of fire in the scriptures. Why do you think they're called chariots of fire? The reason why they're called chariots of fire is, for one, a chariot was a means of transportation back in the ancient world, right? So they're seeing like a means of transportation, but they're also seeing it like as in the color of fire. Normally, when you see the color of the angelic host, and we're going to get into it, there are all type of colors like jasper and give me another color, like sapphire, and all of these type of brilliant colors, right? That they see. So they're seeing the spirit essentially, right? So let's go from there. Let's get 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. Okay. Now, the crazy part about it is Elijah was able to look up and he was able to see these things, right? He was able to look up and he was able to see these things, letting you know that they're all around you, right? The angelic hosts are all around you, right? It's all around you. We just can't see these things. Now, I got an interesting lesson that I haven't put together today, but I'm going to try to put it together soon for you guys. But I kind of started, this lesson kind of made me go off into something else, like more so like dimensions, right? So, you got your second dimension, you got your third dimension, you got your fourth dimension, you got, different dimensions, right? So I actually wanted to go into certain things, because how many of you guys know that like animals can see certain colors that we can't see, right? They can even hear certain things that we can't hear, right? So certain things have the abilities to tap into things that we can't physically see, but they're all around us, right? And then when I went into like the fourth dimension, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of beyond my understanding, but the fourth dimension is like kind of giving a witness to like space and time, right? Space and time. So you can't physically tangibly see time, right? You can't physically tangibly see like things like air, right? You can't see these things, but these things are all around us. So when you look at the Most High and you look at Ezekiel and you look at them being able to see these things, right? And it's crazy because a lot of times for them to be able to see these things, they had to do a lot of fasting. They had to do a lot of dying, right? Because fasting is how you kill your flesh, right? So we're going to go into it a little bit, but let's read this real quick. I don't want to jump the gun. Let's read this. Go to 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. The book of 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 15.
Read.
And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And the servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
You see that? So now
This is another situation that's happening, right? Where you got another situation with Elisha. So Elisha, they're about to go, their enemies. What particular enemy was this? I think this was I forgot what enemy. This is the king of Syria. Okay, so this is the king of Syria. So the king of Syria got all his army. He's trying to go against the people of the Most High God. And Elisha is like, nah, I'm not tripping, because look, there's more people, there's more firepower behind us than our enemies. And watch what Elisha says. Read.
And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha.
So the beautiful thing about this is, and this is a crazy concept to kind of think about, that the Most High has given you the ability to have power over the angelic host. Elisha was able to pray, but look at, I wanted you guys to key in on that in verse 17, right? It says the mountain was full of these things. It was full of the chariots of the Lord. It was full of the angelic host of the Lord, because the angelic host of the Lord cannot be numbered. They cannot be numbered. And that's another thing to think about, because it's like, man, the Most High has an innumerable amount of angelic hosts praising him day and night. We're going to go into it a little bit. Some of these angelic hosts, that's all they do. They don't stop praising. They literally just praise. But yet he still wants a little guy like us, little men like us, for whatever reason, I don't know. But all praises to the Most High, Khan. And not only that, but not only like mankind itself, but he even chose us just within mankind. It's kind of crazy to think about when you understand the angelic host that the Most High actually has prepared, that are innumerable. These things cannot be numbered, right? So let's go for there. Let's get that. Go to Psalm 68 and 17. And read that when you got it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 68, and verse
17.
In verse 17, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels.
Wait, hold on. The chariots of God are what?
Are 20,000.
20,000 and what?
Even thousands of angels.
Even thousands of angels. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Read.
The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
And the Lord is among them as in Sinai, as in the holy place. Now let me ask y'all a question. Where is this holy place he's talking about? Nope. Not Jerusalem. In the heavens. This ain't Jerusalem. See, let me be real with y'all, Israel. Can I be honest with y'all today? I'm gonna be honest. Remember, guys, the Most High gave us Jerusalem. He gave us Israel. He put his name there, right? But is Jerusalem, what does Jerusalem mean to God? Nothing. Jerusalem only means something to God because of you. The Most High is, we're going to see where the Most High is at. The Most High doesn't, I ain't going to jump the gun. Let's just slow down, because I get excited. But let's just slow down. I want y'all to understand. This is why Jesus, Yahweh Shai, he had to let the Pharisees know, man. And that's why the scriptures even say, like, your righteousness is filthy rags to me. Right? It's filthy rags to me. I want you guys to understand that in the greater scheme of things, we only mean something because he deemed it to be so. Other than that, we don't mean anything. So let's read that again from the top. Read.
Verse 17 of Psalms chapter 68. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai.
Now, it says the Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Now, we're going to get where that holy place is in a second. Now, the Lord, no, don't get me wrong, because we're going to get the super brews in the chat. Am I saying Jerusalem is nothing? No. Am I saying that the Lord didn't place his name there? No. Am I saying that the Lord didn't place that's where he wants to put his spirit. I'm not saying that righteous, super righteous Bruce. I'm just letting you guys know that it's still insignificant to him, and he just chose to do that. Okay, so you might get them super Bruce on here. What did that Jake say? No, them Bruce that got the super long beard and the staff, and they got the super long coat and they just walk around. You know what I mean? We seen a Jake like that today, crazy Jake today, right? Some of them Jakes be bugged out. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But the modern wife said, man, who said man? Who said man? Somebody said, man, that Jake was bugged out today. Yeah. But the point is, the Most High's power supersedes that of what we can actually imagine and conceptualize. So it says that the Lord is among the angels, right? The Lord is among them, right? In the holy place, right? So let's go from there real quick. Let's go to before I go there real quick, let me see. I want to get I'm gonna jump right into it. Go to Exodus 3:2. That's what actually no. Go to Psalms 104. Okay. So there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of angelic beings, okay, that the Lord has created. And let's read that in Psalms. Now, remember, we kind of went over the archangels, but we're actually going into the actual chariots and things now, right? In the angelic host. Psalms 104:4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire.
So these things are spirits. These things are spirits. Okay. Now, I truly believe it was a show that actually explained this concept very well. I forgot the name of this show. I cannot think. Not Supernatural. I forgot the name of the show. I cannot think of the name of the show. But anyway, it was an episode of the show. It's like an animated series type of show. It was an episode of the show where it was like an extraterrestrial being, right? And it was just like a consciousness. It wasn't like it wasn't like it didn't have a form, it didn't have a shape, it was just a consciousness. But when the humans, now this is a show, but I want to give y'all I'm kind of related to the scriptures. Now, in the show, of course, when the humans ran into this consciousness, they couldn't see the consciousness for what it was. It had to conceptualize itself into something they could see, into something that they can understand. Because I forgot the name of the show, but in this show, the consciousness didn't have it. It was so beyond human understanding and human comprehension that it would have been no way we could conceptualize it, not in this physical form that we have now. So when you see these angelic beings, we're going to kind of get into it. When you read in Ezekiel and you see what these beings look like, and you see how these things are described, you be like, what the hell is that? Right? Like, what? And I was laughing with Yatazal today because I used to teach, we bash Egyptology, right? And I used to always say, yo, your God is a dog head, right? Like, you worship a dog head. And I used to, get on the Egyptologists like, this was young Rata, fiery Rata, right? But then I read Ezekiel and I had to kind of back a little bit because of what I read about how the angelic host kind of look. Now, I tried to get understanding. I did it all. I excuse my language, but I'm just being real with y'all today. I used ChatGPT. I went on Google. What the heck is this? Like, I need to understand what this is, Lord, because when I first read it, it was so beyond me. I stopped reading Ezekiel when I first read it because I couldn't understand what that was about. But we're going to see what it is about through the power of the Most High. It takes a lot of meditation. It takes a lot of reading and really trying to understand what the Lord is actually conveying. So let's read that one more time, though, in Psalms 104:4. Read that one more time.
Psalms chapter 104, verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire.
So he maketh his angels spirits and ministers of flaming fire. Okay. He maketh his ministers spirits, right? The angels are spirits and they're a flaming fire. Are they literally a fire? Or does the fire actually represent something? Well, it represents power, right? It represents power. That's what it means. So when you look at the Most High's realm, the Most High's realm has no ounce of darkness in it. There's no darkness in the Most High's realm. Okay. None, right? Let me even to give you guys like to conceptualize something. You know how you guys have a shadow? There's none of that in the Lord's realm. Ain't no shadows, ain't no ounce of darkness in the Lord's realm. So whenever the prophets are envisioning these things, the only way they can describe it is fire. How bright is like a consuming fire? Huh? Very bright, right? Huh? Yeah, bright, right? It's like the sun. Yeah, a great example is the sun. How many of y'all can look at the sun? Can't look at the sun, huh? But that's a fire. It's literally a ball of gas and fire, literally. And so you can't even, it is, and you can't even look into it, right? That's how bright. So you got to think about it is the Most High is as bright, and his kingdom shines just as bright as that. But now let's go from there. Go to Exodus real quick, 3 and 2. Okay. So everybody in the Lord's realm. So let me put it like this to you. So I'm gonna make it in layman terms for you guys to understand. So like when you go to China, right? What are you gonna see amongst the people? Chink eyes, right? No. I mean, I'm being real, right? Like that's what you're gonna see from the people, right? Like all the nations in their respective areas, they're gonna look similar in something. It's gonna be something that's similar with them, right? So if you go to somewhere in Europe or something like that, most of the people gonna have blonde hair. You know, blonde hair, right? That's how the people look. So everybody looks like their people or their tribe. When you look into the heavens, the common trait is a fire. Everybody is glowing like fire. Everything in that realm is going to be like bright. Everything. That is just because that's the Lord's kingdom. So when you go there, you look around, you see the angels of the Most High. Everything is glowing. Everything is glowing, right? So let's go there to Exodus. I'm just trying to get y'all to paint a picture to y'all. Exodus 3 and 2. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 2.
Read.
And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
But this is a special type of fire. This is a special type of fire. This is a fire that you're not going to be consumed. Now, let's get deep. Let's get a little deep because there's different forms of fire. Y'all understand that, right? Or there's different forms of, I would say, power. Fire is one form of power. Electricity is another form of power. But if electricity strikes, it can cause a fire, right? Right. There's also another form of power, like this light that we have right here, or the lights that you have above you. You're not going to necessarily get burned, but it's power running through these lights that allow you to see, right? And there's also a power source within you that is also like a fire. It's called energy, right? A power source. It's like a little, that's why when you touch yourself, like anybody ever like put their hand like close like this to their hand or something like that, you can feel the heat from your hand. Or if you die, if anybody has ever seen a dead body or touched a dead body that is cold, because that power source has now left. It's in a small fragment of what the Lord got, but we all have it. We all have it, right? So now the Most High shows you that this power is something that is low-key uncomprehendable. So let's get to the point now. Let's go to Daniel 7 and 9. Let's read this in Daniel 7 and 9. Chariots of the Lord. And they look like balls of fire. Daniel chapter 7, verse 9.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
So his throne is like fire. All right. His throne was like fire. Right? Read.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
Wait, hold on. So I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys. So it says, and a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. So what is that talking about? What is a stream? It's like a beams of light is radiating from him. It's like beams of light. It's coming from him. But this is not like no faint beams of light like the rainbow. This is intense. Y'all ever seen, I gotta be real with y'all, I'm a nerd. Y'all ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Y'all know when Goku goes Super Saiyan and he got the little aura around him? But then y'all know when he goes Super Saiyan 2 and then the lightning be striking like that, like hearing it? That, just to give y'all a visual of what's going on in the Most High's realm, right? He got power issuing from him. All right? He got power. Now, it says though, right? Before him was what? Read.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
Read.
Thousands ministered unto him.
It says thousands ministered to him. So imagine thousands and thousands of angels serving him. Thousands and thousands of angels all around him serving him. And he's the center of attention. That's why the Most High, man, y'all got to understand, the Most High has to be the center of attention. That's why we tell y'all, if the Most High is not the center of your life, you don't deserve to even speak his name. He has to be the center of attention. Everything is around him. Angelic beings, these great angelic beings are all around him. And we're going to get a little bit of that. And they're serving him. And we're going to see how they serve him, because in some ways, and we don't know everything that they're doing. We just know what the Bible allows us to be able to conceptualize. But let's keep reading. Read. 10,000s, thousands and thousands. Read that one more time.
Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open.
All right. So on his throne. So the point that I wanted there is that on his throne, thousands and thousands. Okay, thousands and thousands are ministering to him. I wanted to get that one scripture real quick though. I wanted to get that one scripture. Hold on one second. Yeah, this one right here. Go to Isaiah. Is it Isaiah 6:1? Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't want to go. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 6:1. Don't worry. We're gonna go to Isaiah 6. I don't want to jump the gun. So let's go to Ezekiel first. All right. So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 1. Ezekiel chapter 1. Now, family, I want to see if y'all can make. How many of y'all, by the show of hands, have ever read Ezekiel chapter 1? Raise your hand if you ever have read Ezekiel chapter 1. Okay. Only a couple people? Okay, cool. So let's read Ezekiel chapter 1. Let's start at verse 1.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Kabar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzai, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Kabar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north.
So Ezekiel looked and seen a whirlwind, right? Coming and traveling, right? Read.
A great cloud and a fire enfolding itself.
So it was like a great cloud and fire enfolding itself. So y'all know what it means by fire enfolding itself? It's like the fire has like it's revolving. The fire is like revolving. It's just going back and forth. It's swallow regenerated, revolving. So he literally looks, he sees a bright cloud that's huge, and it was like a fire enfolding itself. Right? Read.
And a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, and out of the midst of the fire.
You guys know how bright amber is? So let's go ahead and let's look this up. Let's look up amber. Look at this. This is the color of amber. Let me see. Let me share my screen. This is the color of amber. Y'all see that? This is what he's seeing. Y'all see that? The color of amber. Now, you know the Most High, he don't do like regular just whatever colors. These are like bright colors, colors of power. It's like a yellowish kind of orangey type of color, right? Hold on, let me go back real quick. Hold on. All right. So now, read that again. Keep reading.
Also out of the midst thereof, actually, I'm gonna read verse 4.
Yeah, read verse 4 again.
And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire unfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
So it says that he's seen this happening, right? He's seen this happening, right? And then let's read verse 5.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
Now, y'all ever seen that one video? Like we're on TikTok. I got the TikTok video right here. Y'all ever seen that one video where they say how the angels really look? Y'all ever seen that?
Like 20 eyes.
Let me show y'all this video. Fair use, yeah, fair use. Hold on, let me make sure. y'all seen that? Let me make sure my audio is shared. All right. So look at this. All right. Y'all ever seen one of these? Hold on. I don't need the volume. Just look at people think that. Look at this. Look, little white babies. Hold on. Let me go back. I'm jumping the gun. Little white babies. This is what we think angels look like. Now look at this. This is what they really look like. These are the type of images that, you know, and of course they're AI, but this is how they describe it. What is this? Now you realize when Ezekiel be like, and I gave up the ghost and fell like a dead man. You feel what I'm saying? Look at this. Look. It's a whole bunch of these. Look at these. How we think the angels look, right? Little white people. What is that? Wheels with eyes? Crazy, right? I mean, it's just to give you guys a visualization of what's happening and what's being described, right? So they don't look like little white people. Why white people always got to be the angel? Right? So this is how they think. So, but really, in reality, the angels look otherworldly. So let's see that. Go back to that Ezekiel.
Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
So they had the likeness of a man. Read.
And every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings.
So, but they have 4 faces. They have 4 faces, right? And they have 4 wings. Okay. Let me try to go back to this kind of. Oh, it's trying to make me log in. I don't got it. I'm too old. I stopped at Instagram. I ain't getting no more social media or TikTok. But that's good. Y'all get the point. Let's just go back. I got another video I'll share with y'all in a minute. So read that one more time.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures,
Read.
and this was their appearance.
Read.
They had the likeness of a man, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings.
Read.
And their feet were straight feet. And the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot.
Read.
And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
So they all sparkle like the color of burnished brass. Okay. So this is like the color of brass. Let me share my screen one more time. So burnish, let me see. This is how it is, like this. See this? It's like a silvery type of color. Not silvery, like a brownish, not silvery, but like a brownish, how can I, like a shiny brown type of color. Okay, this is a good one right here, like a color like this. You see? So this is how he described them. Read.
Verse 7. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their foot was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. And they had the hands of man under their wings on their four sides, and they four had their faces and their wings.
So now it says, and they had the hands of, so I want y'all to picture this. They had four faces, calf's feet, hands of a man, wings, four wings. All right, four wings, right? Read.
Their wings would join one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward.
Read.
As for the likeness of their faces, they four had the faces of a man.
And they had the face of a man. Read.
And the face of a lion.
And one face of a lion. Read.
On the right side. And they four had the face of an ox on the left side.
Face of an ox. Read.
They four also had the face of an eagle.
So you had the face of a man, the face of a lion, the face of an ox, and the face of an eagle. What is that? So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Can I keep it real with y'all? I can't explain that. I don't know why he chose to have that depiction the way it is, but I can understand it in a way of subliminally what he's trying to convey, right? Now, notice the four creatures that he has here. The Most High is trying to show you something. We might not be able to understand the image, but the Lord is trying to show you something. What is the Lord trying to show you? Huh? Who? His power or their power? They do have power, but he's trying to show you something. Now, what do all of these faces have in common? Okay, animals. They're what? They're all the top of their environments. Every single one of these faces are all the top of their environment. The face of a man, we're the top of our food chain. We're the top of our environment. I'm going to show y'all what the Lord is showing you here. We're the top of our food chain. The face of a lion. The lion is the king of beasts. Right? Let me show you that. Go to Proverbs 30 and 30. Proverbs chapter 30. Watch this.
The book of Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 30.
I'm going to show you what the Lord is telling you. Go ahead.
A lion which is strongest among beasts and turneth not away for any. A greyhound.
So the lion is the strongest of all beasts, Con. The lion is the strongest of all beasts. Somebody might say, well, tiger's stronger, but no, a lion beats a tiger because they travel in packs. The lion is the apex predator among beasts, right? Go to Proverbs chapter 14 and 4. Watch this. Proverbs 14 and 4.
The book of Proverbs chapter 14.
Was that all of that in 30 and 30?
Was
that all that? Just to make sure.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, Con. Okay, Con. Watch this. Proverbs 14 and 4.
Verse 4. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of an ox.
The ox, right, which is a bull, right? These are the strongest of brute beast. Okay? They're the strongest of brute beast. Okay? So you got the lion, you got the ox, but why would the ox be stronger than, let's say, a giraffe or a rhino or an elephant? Because of the sheer number of them. That's why they're the strongest of all the brute beasts. Like when the oxen in the wild start to stampede, everything got to get out the way. Everything got to get out the way. Everything. You got to move. You cannot. Y'all seen Lion King? Everything is gone. You got to get out of here. So You got the lion. You got man first and foremost. Man goes without explaining, right? Man goes without, we ain't got to go into man. We know man is the top of the top, right? Then you got the lion, which is the top of all the beasts. Then you got the ox, which is the top of all the beasts that are not from the cat family, right? And then you got what? Read. Let's go back to Ezekiel real quick.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 and verse 8. Let's get verse 10. Yeah.
Yeah, go to verse
As
10.
for the likeness of their faces, they four had the face of a man and the
Read.
face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side, and they four also had the face of an eagle.
The face of an eagle. Now, why do you think he had the face? The eagle was there because the eagle is the top bird. The eagle. So the eagle rules the skies. The lion rules all of the animal kingdom. The wild oxen, they rule the fields, right? And then you got man who rules what? We rule the world. So what is the Lord telling you? I'm over all of this. All of this is my power. They all obey me. I'm showing you the representation of all of the top fiercest things in the world, and I'm showing you they submit to me, my power. Because we're gonna get what these things were doing. So this is why the Lord chose to show Ezekiel this. Now, this is my opinion. I don't know the real form of these creatures. I don't know the real form of them. I just know what Ezekiel saw and what we see is something that we can conceptualize, and it's all alluding back to the power of the Most High. That's the whole thing. Everything dealing with the Most High is trying to get you to see his majesty. That's what he's trying to show you. And he's going to do it and make you feel so insignificant because he's going to show you he's going to show you it by something you can't even comprehend. Right? So the eagle, right? Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 25. Not only does the eagle represent strength, but what else does the eagle represent? What is the eagle known for? No, not Esau. Power, yeah. But what else? Yeah, vision. The eagle has the best eyesight of any flying animal or any animal for that matter in the animal kingdom. The eagle can spot something from miles away. Go ahead. Yeah, from the eagle's eyes, right? It's the eagle. It's literally called the eagle eye. Isn't that a movie too? Eagle eye, right? And what does eagle eye mean? That they can see you everywhere you go. Well, what is the Most High telling you? I have vision. We're going to get it. The Lord is showing you his power through his creations. Let's get that in 2 Samuel 1 and 25. Yeah, 25.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 25.
Read.
How are the mighty men fallen in the midst of the battle? O Jonathan, that was slain in our high place. Was it 2 Samuel?
Is it 2 Samuel? Second.
Second.
Let me see. Is it second? Let me see. Let me just make sure it's 2 Samuel I want. 2 Samuel 1 and let me see. Yeah, it is. Go ahead. 2 Samuel, it was 23, not 25. 23. 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 23.
Verse 23. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles. They were stronger than lions.
You see that? So an eagle is in representation of also its swiftness. Mm-hmm. Like an eagle is swift. An eagle can take you out. Eagles are so strong. I don't think we realize how big these birds are. They can pick up a goat and take it into the mountains and eat. That's what they eat. All right. They eat goats and lamb and stuff like that. Right. Can you imagine a bird swooping down and picking up a small lamb? That's crazy, right? So these eagles are swift. So when you go back to Ezekiel, let's go back to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 1. So what the Most High is telling you is that he's showing you a representation of the most powerful things of his creation. And not the most powerful of his creation in the sense of his angelic host, but the most powerful thing in the sense of what we can conceptualize in our world, and that he's telling you he's running it, right? So let's go back there to Ezekiel 1.
Verse Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 11.
Read.
Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward.
Uh-huh.
2 wings of every one were joined one to another,
Uh-huh.
and 2 covered their bodies. And they
they had one set of wings going upward, and they had another set of wings covering their body. Okay. Read.
And it went every one straight forward, whither the spirit was to go. They went, and they turned not when they went.
Uh-huh.
As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire,
Uh-huh.
and like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the living creatures.
So it says, look, all of the appearance of these angelic hosts is again like the burning fire, right? And let's keep reading. Watch what it says. Read.
It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright. And out of the fire went forth lightning. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance.
What verse are you at?
I'm verse 14 now.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead.
And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning.
Uh-huh.
Now as I beheld.
So this is how fast these creatures moved. They moved like the appearance of lightning. So you guys can kind of conceptualize what's happening here. These things are able to basically move in a blink of an eye. So it's not like it's just moving like this. It's like they're like teleporting and reappearing. That's how they're moving. You understand? I'm trying to get y'all to really see what Ezekiel was seeing, right? Read, watch what it says. Read.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces.
Uh-huh.
And the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
Uh-huh. So let me just give y'all an example of this, right? So this is what Ezekiel is seeing. Let me share my screen. This is what Ezekiel is seeing. Let me see. This is just a depiction, so don't trip about the art. This is just what Ezekiel is seeing. Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. So this is what Ezekiel is seeing. Y'all see that? Y'all see the cloud, right? Y'all see the 4 creatures, right? Y'all see the wheel. Now this is strange because this wheel had many eyes. And then you see at the top right here, you see the appearance of the Most High at the top right here. He sits above all of these things. Now, mind you, it's not just these 2 entities. There's thousands of angels in this like fashion that are all around the Most High. Huh? Oh yeah, like kind of like how Aang was. Yeah. My boy want to pull up Aang. I'm a nerd too. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it was kind of like. Send that to me. I'm gonna try to show that. All right. But y'all kind of can, to get a kind of like conceptualize what's happening, I just want to show you guys what this means. So now this is the strangest thing of it all. Now let's go back real quick. Let me just go back. So this is what
we think an angel looks
so look,
like, and this is what
he's talking right now. Let me see.
accurate angel act. What we think an angel.
I don't know why the volume is not. Let me see. Let me try to get the volume to play. Let me see. The speaker, turn that JBL on. Turn that JBL on. I'm gonna let this video play. All right. Let me know when it's on. Okay, it's on. Okay, come on. Huh? Oh yeah. All the nerds know what's going on. All right, so let's watch a little bit of this. I got you. I'm gonna turn it up from here.
This is what we think an angel looks like. And this is what a biblically accurate angel actually looks like. Each was like a
Y'all see that? We're going to read that completely. This is exactly how it looked when you look at how it's described. Now, again, but tell y'all something. This is crazy because everything has a representation. Now, I can't make the image make sense to you, but I can make it make sense to you in the scriptures of what it means. You understand what I'm saying? Because the image just don't make sense to us. I don't know. I don't even know why this is even created like this. Why this is even in Ezekiel the way it is. But I do understand. I do understand the meaning behind everything in terms of, you know, I don't know why he chose to conceptualize it this way, but all of it has a meaning, right? The chariot, you know where I'm going. Yeah, you know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Oh yeah, you know we got to put those out. Yeah. I'm just showing them how, like, but nah, you know we going there. Yeah, that they still don't understand. That's crazy. Yeah, we going there. So, you know, it's just crazy. So let's go back and read that in Ezekiel, right? So just to give you guys an appearance. So that's kind of what Ezekiel was kind of seeing, right? He's kind of seeing it like that, right? Here's another good depiction. Don't worry about them being Edomites. We know they are real Edomites. We just trying to get y'all a depiction. Y'all see it? So y'all see the living creatures right here at the bottom, right? Y'all see the wheels full of the eyes, and then y'all see the Most High up here, right? It's the Most High. Now I'm gonna show y'all something. Let's keep reading. Read verse 16 again.
Ezekiel 1:16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they four had one likeness, and the appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Mm-hmm. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. Mm-hmm. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go. And the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
Okay, so it says the spirit of the living. So these wheels traveled wherever the living creatures went. These wheels followed them. Now somebody can be like, why wheels with all eyes all around the wheels? Why? Why do you think that? What is that representing? The what?
They see everything.
The Lord is all seeing. He sees everything. He sees everything. What is, let me give you guys an answer. What is a perfect shape? A circle. Why? Huh? It covers all sides. Literally. Like if you got a square, for an example, square, but it then got that point right there, and then it goes down, then it got that. A circle is perfectly rounded to where it covers all sides. So now if I say, I want you guys to think about this. I have wheels enfolding himself, wheels, and I have eyes on all of those, on those wheels, right? Like if you see right here, you see, I have eyes all along those wheels. So what is that saying? I'm gonna show you guys what that's saying in a second. I'm gonna show you guys what that represents. Go to Proverbs 15:3. Proverbs 15:3. The Lord is choosing basically to show you guys his power in an abnormal way. Proverbs 15:3.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place.
The eyes of the Lord are what?
Are in every place.
Now, says the eyes of the Lord are in every place. Now, mind you, these creatures are not just some little creatures. These things are innumerable. Remember, Ezekiel's looking up into the heavens and seeing this. He's looking up into the heavens and seeing all of this. And above the creatures in the eyes, in the wheels with the eyes, you had the Most High there. And it says the Most High does what? Read.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Now, you guys can't conceptualize this, but y'all seen that? Remember that movie Eagle Eye? Now, I want to give you guys a thought. I always imagined it like when it says the Lord can see all things. Does it mean that the Lord can see all things? I don't know, because he can make whatever he wants to be. But from what we're seeing here depicted, it's kind of like using a tool, for an example. Like, I can talk to Iram in a whole nother country. I can reach him in a whole nother country, but I'm using a gadget. Or I can use like that movie Eagle Eye. Y'all seen that movie Eagle Eye? The movie Eagle Eye is that, you know, the government can see you wherever you are, but the person behind the government is not literally seeing you. He's using his instruments to see you. Oh, Lob ran in the next room. Go to the next camera. Boom. Lob ran in the next room. Go to the next camera. Boom. So when you look at these wheels with all of the eyes, what do eyes represent and what are eyes for? For vision. The Lord is all seeing. He's all knowing. He can know all things at all times. How can he know all things at all times? Well, from something that we can conceptualize, which is crazy to imagine, he uses his instruments that he's created in his angelic host to see all things at all times. And literally their job, because every angelic host and every chariot of fire, every created being in the Most High's realm, they all got their specific job. Their job specifically is just for vision, for nothing else. I just want them to vision. Do you have some cherubim? Their job, we're going to get that in a minute. Their job is specifically just for praise. I don't want y'all nothing else. Everything is still obeying and praising him because they're doing what he created it to do. See what I'm saying? Now watch this. Go to Proverbs 15:3. Read that.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
It says the eyes of the Lord are in every place. So these wheels are representing the Lord being able to see everything. Can you imagine a creature that is in the shape of a circle that got eyes all around it? Can you hide from that creature? That creature gonna see behind it. It's gonna see in front of him. It's gonna see on the side of it. It's gonna see, because the wheels, if you pay attention to the wheels are in a symmetric to where it's a circle and then a circle, right? So it's seeing all sides. You can't get away. You can't get away. There's nowhere where you could go, right? It can see everything, right? Let's go there. Was that Proverbs, all of Proverbs 15:3? Mm-hmm. Go to Job 34 and 21. Job chapter 34. So even though I can't conceptualize these images, I'm trying to give you guys the understanding of these images. Job chapter 34, verse 21.
Job chapter 34, verse 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings.
He says his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he sees all his goings. The Lord can see all of the goings of the man, right? Of you and this earth. He can, when Coronop leave here, guess what? The Lord is watching him. When I leave and go where I'm going, the Lord is watching me. It's hard to conceptualize, but that's just the power of the Most High. He's showing you his power. He's not literally, look, he's sitting on his throne. He's sitting on his throne. He don't have to lift a finger. He could just use his angelic host to look at you. Ain't that something? Now that's a type of power that, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, this is still beyond me. A lot of things is too high for me, but it's just amazing that this type of being that created these type of creatures want a relationship with me. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Let's read that one more time. Job 34:21. Watch this. Read.
For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. There is no darkness nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves.
It says, there is no darkness nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. Meaning, you cannot hide from the Most High God. You cannot hide from him nowhere. His eyes are everywhere. Get Jeremiah 16:17. Watch this. Somebody made a good point. They said the Egyptians stole the all-seeing eye. Yeah, that's a good point. The little all-seeing eye sign where you can see all. Y'all ever seen that movie? What's that movie called? Lord of the Rings. See the little eye right there? Then you put the ring on and he see you exactly where you at. That's how the Most High is, but he could just do that without you needing a little ring to put on. He can see you at any time. He watching you at all times. So these eyes and the wheels represent, I can watch you in all angles, right? He can watch you in all angles, right? Let's read that. Jeremiah 16:17.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face. Neither is there iniquity hid from mine eyes.
He said, my eyes are everywhere. You cannot hide from me. I'm watching you. I am watching you. So when you look at these wheels with the eyes all around, that represents the Most High being able to see you at all times. All right, let's go from there. Let's go back to Ezekiel. Let's go back to Ezekiel. And let's pick up where we left off in Ezekiel. I think it was
16.
Yeah, 16. Something.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went,
so it was like a wheel in the middle of a wheel. So it was a wheel, and then it was a wheel in the middle of the wheel. So y'all see this kind of? Can y'all see that? If I zoom in a little bit, let's see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom in no more, but y'all see right here? It's like a wheel. And why do you think the Most High made it a wheel and then in the middle of a wheel? It can cover all sides. All sides is being covered now. So it's a wheel in the middle of a wheel. All sides is being covered now. It's no way you getting away from this thing. Can you imagine something like this was chasing you? You can't hide. It's looking at you everywhere you go, right? Read.
Verse 17. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went.
So they didn't even have to turn. They just moved. They just moved. So it didn't have to like turn around, or it just moved. That's it. Because it has eyes on every side, so it doesn't have to turn. It just moves, right? It's watching everything. Read.
As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four.
This is not a small creature. This creature was so big, it was dreadful. Dreadful. That's how big this creature was, that it put fear, just the size of it put fear in the Most High. So just imagine how big the individual eyes had to be. You see what I'm saying? This is a crazy sight to see. Read.
And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up.
Read.
Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go. And the wheels were lifted up over against them.
Read.
For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
You see that? So the living creatures controlled the wheels. So the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. So every living creature had a wheel that was aligned with his spirit, and when it moved, or when they moved, because they moved in the unison too. The living creatures didn't move different from each other as well. They all moved in sync, and when they moved, the wheels moved with them. So wherever the creatures went, the wheels moved with them, right? Watch this. Read.
When those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood.
Read.
And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them.
Read.
For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
Mhm.
And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal, stretched forth over their heads above.
It says, and the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. Look at how I want y'all to paint. I'm painting a picture with y'all. So the Lord is above, right? He's above the four living creatures, right? He's above them, right? He's always above them at all times. When the Most High moves, his entire realm, because we're just talking about the four living creatures. We're going to talk about the other angelic hosts that are there. It's not just the four. This is only a depiction trying to give you an idea of the four living creatures. These are not the only angels that's in attendance. These are not the only creatures that's in attendance. So the Most High's throne is wherever he is at. His kingdom is wherever he go. When the Most High moves, like the Most High doesn't have to get off his throne. He just, I mean, I can't even explain it. He just moves and everything moves with him. So there's nothing that moves without him in his realm, right? So let's keep reading. Read. I'm gonna show y'all that. Well, if you read Ezekiel, if we go back to Ezekiel 1 and 4, it explains that when it says he's seen the whirlwind. Remember, all of this is happening in the whirlwind that he's seeing. All of this is taking place in the whirlwind that he's seeing, right? So let's go back. Let's keep reading.
Verse 23. And under the firmament were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Every one had two, which covered on this side, and every one had two, which covered on that side, their bodies. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty. The voice of speech, as the noise of an host. When they stood, they let down their wings.
So it says, and when they went, I heard the noise of their wings. Their wings were so powerful, it sounded like a waterfall when they flapped their wings. That's how powerful their wings were. Y'all ever heard a waterfall? So that what he heard basically is that's what he hearing. That's what he hearing. Like on the, I mean, I can't really, I'm just trying to get y'all an idea. That's what he hearing. It's like a waterfall, right? This is just them flapping their wings. Mind you, all of this is happening under the Most High. Most High is a man. I didn't even want to call him a G because I felt like that was disrespectful. But the Most High is like something else, man. Like he like, I'm getting all the glory. Like, well, y'all see that? What y'all see? I'm on top of that. Like, that's why it's such a big deal for Christ to sit on his right side. You understand? Because he like, there's nothing sitting there. I'm on top of all of this, right? I'm above all of this, right? Let's keep reading. Read.
Verse 26.
Yeah, read 26.
And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads when they stood and had let down their wings. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness of the appearance of a man above upon
So
it.
look, his throne was like a sapphire stone. Who y'all ever seen the color of sapphire? Yeah, look. Let's see. Spell sapphire, somebody.
SAPH.
Oh, here it is right here. Thank you, brothers. Let me see. I'm gonna do sapphire. I'm gonna say stone. Here it is right here. Y'all see this? We spelled it wrong, but we spelled it right. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? So it's not just fiery yellowy colors, it's all type of colors. Am I sharing my screen? Let me see. Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. So it says his throne. Read it again. His throne was like what?
Verse 26. Yeah, was it?
Verse
26.
Yeah.
And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone.
The likeness of the throne was in the appearance of a sapphire stone. So this is how it looked. Like the appearance of a sapphire stone. That's how his throne, the color of his throne. Read.
And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it.
Read.
And I saw as the color of amber as the appearance of a fire round about with it.
So the throne was like the appearance of sapphire, and then the color of amber was around it. So can you imagine? Let me try to put amber and sapphire. Let me see. So this is amber. Y'all see this little amber color? So this is amber, and then sapphire was in the middle of it. All right. So the color of sapphire was in the middle, and then this color amber was all around the throne. Read.
From the
27.
appearance of his loins, even upward, and from the appearance of his loins, even downward, I saw it as if it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about.
So it says, and I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, right? From the appearance of his loins. But actually, wait, look at what this says. I actually stand corrected on this. It says the color of, and I saw the color of amber as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins, even upward. So this was the appearance of his actual being, right? Even downward, I saw it as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about it. So can you imagine all these colors? Not only are these colors all around him, but these colors are on him. You see what I'm saying? These colors are on him. So now let's go real quick. Go to Isaiah 6, right? So when you read about the four living creatures, with the four faces represent, each creature represents the power that the Lord has over these mighty creatures. And then the eyes represent the all-seeing power of the Most High. But let me show y'all something. So now let's get Isaiah chapter 6, and then we're going to get to what Iram had kind of asked me about. Isaiah 6 and read verse 1.
Isaiah 6:1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple.
So now it says, and in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting, right, upon the throne, right? And it says that his train, read it one more time.
And his train filled the temple.
It says, and his train filled the temple. Now, how many of y'all know what a train is? You know what a train is? What is a train? Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Let me give y'all a visual. Y'all see this? This is a train. But I'm going to do, yeah, this will be a train. Y'all see this? Dang, man. Let me see. Oh, yeah, right here. Y'all see this? This will be like a train. But let me see if I could get, I'm going to say king. Here it is right here. Okay, this is a train. This is a perfect example. Y'all see this? That's a train. Oh, I'm not sharing. Let me share. So this is a train. Y'all see that? Now that's royal right there. For Passover, I might come through with this on. And whoever step on it, they suspended. But this is like a train, right? So it says that the Lord's train filled the whole temple. See, I don't think y'all understand. This is a God. This is a God. Right? See, y'all thought God looked like this, huh? Let me show y'all something real quick. This is what y'all thought God looked like, huh? Y'all thought God looked like this. This what y'all thought God looked like. Y'all thought God, yeah, somebody put a COVID mask on him. Y'all thought God was like this. That's what y'all thought God looked like. For a long time, when y'all was praying in Christianity, Y'all had a picture of this in y'all head. Nah, that ain't God. God's body, I'm going to show y'all something. It's like a chariot of fire. God's body is like a jewel. It's like a jewel, right? That's why it says, man, like y'all got to really understand, like the Lord, we ain't dealing with none of this little Christendom. We ain't dealing with none of this. So the Most High God has a train on. And the train is so big, because you know, y'all ever seen like the king or queen when the people hold the train when they walk? The longer it is, the more power and more majesty the king tries to portray. Well, the Most High said his train is so long it filled the whole temple. Now, when you say temple, is it talking about a literal physical temple? No. His dwelling is the temple. Where he dwells is the temple. That's why in Revelations it says, and they are the temple of it. The Most High, the concept of holies and temple was something he gave to us to be able to conceptualize. The Most High don't need a temple in his realm. He is the temple of it. So in his realm, I want to paint y'all a picture. His train is so long, it's filling up the heavens. Okay, where does the Most High dwell? We say in the third heaven, right? His train is filling up the whole entire, it's filling up the heavens, right? This is how innumerable his dwelling is. Watch this. Read verse 1 again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple.
Read.
Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face,
Read.
and with twain he covered his feet.
Uh-huh.
And with twain he did fly.
So these are the seraphim, right? So the seraphim has 6 wings, right? Let's get a depiction on how the seraphim look. And then we're going to show you, we're going to get to the balls of fire in a second. Where's the seraphim at? Let me see. Okay, S-E-R. P, what is it? Let me see. A-P-H. All right. So y'all see this? I see this. I'm trying to give y'all a good depiction. Different angelic, like just like Max said, like different angelic species. Y'all see that? But this is a good one right here. Y'all see this right here? Like different angelic species the Most High has. Let me zoom out. I think this is the best one for, even though they make them white, y'all don't worry about them making them white like Edomites, but just I want to show y'all the picture of it, right? So you see the 6 wings, right? 6 wings. You got wings above it, wings on the side of it, wings covering the down to the feet of it, right? Read that again.
Verse 2, above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly.
Mm-hmm.
And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory.
Mm-hmm. Read.
And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried,
Mm-hmm.
and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips,
Uh-huh.
and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips.
Uh-huh.
My eyes have seen the King.
You see
the
that?
Lord of hosts.
So the Most High is like showing, Isaiah's having this vision, and he's like, man, I'm not even worthy to even behold this type of vision. Read verse 6.
Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar.
Read.
And he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged.
That's crazy right there.
Hmm.
So they had some type of spiritual way that was described like coals to put on this man's lips and take away his iniquity and purge his sin. Right? Now read verse 8. Read.
Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye.
So now, remember what we read earlier. The Most High has how many angelic hosts? Thousands upon thousands upon thousands and thousands, right? So you got the seraphim there, you got the cherubim there. So you got different type of angelic hosts. You got the seraphim and you got the cherubim. And don't forget, you got the archangels as well, right? So you got the seraphim, you got the cherubim, and all of these angels have different job descriptions, right? When we go to Revelations, which we're about to go to Revelations in a minute, you'll even see in detail the different job descriptions that these angels have. Now, these angelic hosts, right? Because let me get this real quick. I didn't put this in the lesson. Let me get this. Look at this. I didn't put this in the lesson. Go to Acts. Let me see. Is this the one I want? Yeah, go to Acts 2:19. I think this is what I want. Read that.
The book of Acts chapter 2 and verse 19. And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke.
Now, this is what I wanted. It says, and I will show wonders in the heavens above. Now, let me ask you a question, man. How many of you guys are familiar with the so-called UFOs, right? So-called UFOs, right? Now, I don't call them UFOs because I know what they are. Now, there have been sightings. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. It was a video that I can't find from years ago when we was at True Nation still. And remember we seen that Chariot of the Lord in the back? And we recorded it. I couldn't find that one. But I'm going to go to the one that Yatazah was kind of bringing up. Now, it's also one, but before I go to the one that Yatazah was bringing up, you'll see these signs in the heavens, right? Where the Most High is showing his power. Look at this. I want to show y'all this. This was years ago. This was like Salakia. This was like years ago. Let me see. Y'all remember this one? I think it was, yeah. Y'all remember this one? How many of y'all remember when that quote unquote UFO? Y'all remember that? Look at this. Fair use, fair use. All right. Now, what's interesting about this is that this was caught on like 3 different cameras. This was caught on like a regular, like just person's camera. This was caught on another camera that was from a business, I think. And I think also from like a military site or something like that. So this was like 4 different cameras. This was in 2011. Now, I remember, I'm not going to lie to y'all. It was like almost to where these strange sightings were being shown in the skies everywhere. It was like an epidemic of stuff just being shown. Y'all remember that time from 2011 like to like 2016? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, at first it was a lot of chatter, a lot of talk, but Esau is so crafty, man. Esau is so crafty in what he does. What he started to do, because all of this stuff made the news. What Esau started to do was Esau started to have his, I believe it was a conspiracy, because Esau started having his little rocket testings kind of simulate this. I believe it was purposely, but there's some stuff that you can't explain. Now, I want y'all to look at this. This was back in 2011. Now, mind you, remember, what did we say? The chariots look like what? They're like ball. It's like fire, right? And it's like fire enfolding itself. What's a fire that enfolds itself? It's a sphere. It's a circle, right? It'll appear to look like a ball, right? Now look at this. Listen, that was from 3 different cameras. Let me see if I could get let me see. Did y'all see how fast it moved though? Look at this. This is actually, look at this. This is the same instance from a different camera. This is in Jerusalem, so they speak in a different language. Gone. 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 They tripping. I don't know what they saying in their language. They tripping. They like, they like, what the hell? I'm gonna go back just a little bit. This was in 2011. See now they see back then with these older ones. If y'all go back to the older ones, they couldn't explain this. Like now they try to say, oh, it was a rocket. We tested a rocket, a spaceship. You know, when the spaceship go out of orbit and it drop. How the hell you explain something descending down like this? Mind you, I gotta put this out here. Before AI, 2011, but also too, it was 4 different camera angles. We're gonna get the other camera angles that actually caught it. And this was not in America. This was in Jerusalem. And watch, I mean, and the crazy thing about it is every time we see these occurrences, they always look the same. It's always a ball of fire. Every time. Every single time, it's always a ball of fire. Gone. Gone. Let's see if I could get the other camera angle. Let's see. You said what up? No, not that fast. Like abruptly like that. Not that fast. Here's another angle of it. Somebody put that damn music on it. But look, this is another angle of it. See that? Somebody put that damn music on it. I don't know who did that. But y'all get the point. Now, this is the one that Yataza was talking about. Look at this one. Now, I remember this one. I got to go to my Facebook to show this one. Oh, shoot. Dang. I forgot my password. I don't even know my password. Let me see. I got to confirm. Hold on, y'all. Let me do all this stuff. I don't be knowing. Hold on. Oh, damn. Hold on. It's trying to get me. Hold on, y'all. Dang. I thought I was already logged in, man. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to show it. Oh, yeah. Let me unshare my screen. Okay. Yeah. Y'all right. Y'all about to be, everybody about to be all in Ratazan business, huh? Y'all about to be, y'all, let me stop sharing this from here. No, I can share here. Y'all about to be in all Ratazan business. Hold on. Oh, I think I can do this. So I think I could, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can authorize it from my phone. Let me try to log in again. Let me see. I think I can. Hold on. Let me see if I remember my password. Yeah. You got that? You got that, Loud? Hold on. Let me share. It was crazy. That was crazy. Dang, I think this is my password. Normally I'm logged in here. Oh, okay, got it. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, I'm gonna pull up the video first. I got a lot of videos, y'all. It was like what year was that? Yataza? That was years ago. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, shoot. And I got okay, cool. I got both the videos. All right, cool. Now I can show my screen. All right, look at this, y'all. All right, this is the one that Yataza was talking about. This is where were they at? They were in Arabia in this one, huh? They was like in Afghanistan or Iraq, right? So they seen this thing and they was blasting at it. This was a real thing. You actually can go look. Hold on. Hold on. Look. Y'all see it right there? Y'all see it? They trying to kill that thing. It's not even touching it. Now that was what's up, Loud? Get the mic to Loud. Now that was they thought it was some type of spy drone or something, so they tried to shoot it down, and they like, what the hell is this? Now that hit that even low key hit the news. I think that hit the news too on our side, right? Yeah. Go ahead, Loud.
Nah, I just sent you another video on your email.
Okay.
If you got access to it. But just 3 days ago, they had another incident like this one, but one of the missiles hit the UFO, but it bounced off.
Oh, I got
just 3 days ago. It was on the news.
Yeah,
I just
the
sent it to
Chariots
you
of Fire.
if you got it. Yeah.
Now the reason why this is crazy because they can manifest themselves as balls of fire, right? But they also have images to them, like when we read in Ezekiel. So these things are otherworldly, man. They can take shape and manifest in different forms. I'm gonna show this last one. So this one was when we was. So this one was like years ago. Y'all remember this one? Who was there? All right, look, this is what we recorded from our own phone. This is when we were back with TN. And you're gonna hear the elders. I reposted it 5 years ago, but this actually happened like in 2015 or something, 2014. Look at this, y'all. You remember this day? We was in the back of the school. Let me. Look. Oh, my bad, y'all. Y'all see it? See it disappear? No, there it is right there. This was in Los Angeles in like 2014 or something like that. This was in the back of our old school. This was on Manchester, yeah. Y'all seen that? It was one of them at first, but then two of them appeared. I don't know who. I think Yatab was recording this. Yatab had got the recording, and I don't know if y'all can hear. But they always appear like a bowl of light. That was crazy. I was so happy I was able to find this video. And when I don't know if y'all remember, but when this happened that time, you know, the news immediately started talking about how it was rocket. I don't know if y'all remember because it started going crazy on the internet. Like people was like, hey, we just seen something in LA. Like people start posting all type of videos, and then immediately they was like, oh no, that was a test. SpaceX just launched. We was like, nah, bro. First of all, it was one, and then another one just appeared. But you know, that was like in 2014. Live, you sent me one? You did? All right, let me go to my email. Oh shoot, let me see. Here it is right here. What's up?
I don't know if you remember that day as well.
All right.
What you say?
I don't know if you remember that day as well that one of them was falling and it was like in flames, and then it just stopped, and then there was another one that appeared. It was like a third.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with the camera, but it wasn't super nighttime. It was like the sun was just going down, so it was still light in the sky too. But yeah, that was crazy. That was like 2014 or something like that. But Live, this the one you talking about? All right, let me turn it down a little bit.
Called Close Encounter.
You see what they trying to do now? They trying to make it seem like it's something human. Like, oh, we've received other reports of these objects. No. Like the dude said, how the hell does that happen? That missile, if it hits something, it's killing, it's destroying whatever it hit. We've never seen that type of whatever missile that was. You can even tell the shockness in their voice. They're like, what the hell was that? It just bounced off. Like, he don't know what to think. He like, I don't even, what kind of missile was that? The US, I don't even know what type of missile it is, but it's called Hellfire. It's supposed to destroy, like he said, he like, man, anything that hit that missile is supposed to be obliterated. How did it bounce off and then the missile keep going and then it just keep going like nothing, right? These are the things and the phenomenons. That's why we read that in Acts. The Most High is going to start showing his power in the heavens, right? You're going to start seeing these things. These are, I'm going to tell you, the chariots of the Most High God, different things that we seeing in the heavens, wars, rumors of wars, all of this stuff is happening because the Lord is about to get ready to reveal himself. And we got to make sure. But the scary thing to me is that these things happen and it happens. It's happened so much that we numb to it now. It's kind of scary. People don't even care no more. Oh, that was weird. Go right back to sinning. That's how it's going to be. But then that's how the Bible said it was going to be. That's how the Bible said it was going to be. Go ahead.
It looked like it's normalized because that alien spaceship or whatever's supposed to be here in November. I think it's Blue Beam. I think it's Blue Beam, and I think it's a.
Well, Tahar told me. I don't know if y'all talking about the same one. Is it supposed to be something
in November? It's supposed to be here in November. How do they know exactly when it's supposed to be here? And that's one of the seats.
I don't know. This is what I will say. Esau got some powerful telescopes. He got some powerful stuff. One thing I don't know how powerful these things are, but one thing we can do is we can go to the Griffith Observatory and we can look at that big old telescope and you can see. Have y'all ever seen that telescope in the Griffith Observatory? So I don't know what type of telescopes he got now that he can see across space. I don't know. But all I do know is when we start seeing phenomenons like this within our atmosphere, it's crazy. I mean, how do you even explain this? Let me go back a little bit. Well, they said the Most High said that if they say Christ is coming back here or Christ is here, then don't believe him. Because the Most High said when Christ come back, everybody gonna be able to see him. He said that in Matthew 24, I think. Yeah. They are afraid. That's real fear. Yes. We just shot a Hellfire missile and it bounced off of what was that? And they probably thinking all through their mind like they probably don't even know what the hell going. They probably like is a country possess that type of technology? What's going on? Like they don't even know what's going on. They just know that that's not supposed to happen. That's the Most High. Look. He said, me too. It scared me too. It don't scare us though. We rejoice, right? Don't we? Oh, praise it. The Pentagon don't have no comments. They can't say that's a spaceship test. They can't say that's a spaceship test. I'm telling y'all, man, these things are crazy. Go back to that Acts real quick. Go back to that Acts. I think we was in Acts 2:16. 2:19. 2:19. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 19. And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness.
All right. So I just wanted that first part. The Most High says, I will show wonders. All right. I will show wonders. Okay. So, you know, it's a crazy thing, man. It's a crazy thing. Let me stop sharing my screen. So the power of the Most High, man, you know, through his angelic beings and through what we're going to be able to see. Let's go from there, man. I want to go to let me get go to that's not what I want. Let me see. Go to Revelations 19. That's what I want. But no, Revelations 5 first. We'll just get to the point with Revelations 5, and then I'll go to Revelations 19. Go to Revelations 5 and 11, and then we're gonna go to end it with Revelations 19 and 11. And read that when you got it.
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 11. And behold, and I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands.
You see that? It says, and I behold, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne and the beast and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands. Read. What were they saying? Read.
Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power,
you see
and
that?
riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing.
So these chariots of fires, these angelic beings, these seraphim, these cherubim, there's thousands of them, and they're worshiping the Lord, and they're at his command, right? Let's go to Revelations 19. And you know, Esau think he gonna be able to fight against these things. Y'all know that, right? He got SpaceX with weapons and all that. He think he gonna be able to fight these things. Let's go to Revelations 19 and 11.
Revelations 19 verse 11.
Read.
And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
Because you guys got to understand that this is a God, right, who has a military behind him. His angelic hosts are militaries. This is a military. This is a powerful host that is with him. And what is it going to say? Read.
His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
He said, in his eyes were the flame of fire, in his head, and on his head were many crowns, right? Many crowns. And y'all know who this is, right? This is Yahweh Shai. And he's going to have command over the chariots of the Most High. So Yahweh, so when you see the white horse and all that, it's not, Yahweh Shai is not literally riding on a white horse. It's not a literal white horse where he's saying giddy up and he riding. It's talking about the swiftness of his movements. Okay, that's how swift he's moving, right? And he has a crown on his head, right? And read verse 13.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God.
And his name is called the Word of God. Who is that?
Christ.
You know, that's Christ. And it says, and his clothes were vesture dipped in blood. This is actually, you know, showing the type of power that Christ has, right? Because read verse 14.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
It says, and the armies which are in heaven follow him. You know what the armies that are in heaven look like? Look like that UFO that missile bounced off of. Look like them bullets that was trying to knock that dang UFO down. Those was big bullets too. They couldn't even hit it. Esau think he gonna be able to fight against this thing. He can't fight against the Most High. And when his son come back, it's nothing he gonna be able to do. So the chariots of the Most High are the angelic beings that at times are strange in appearance, but they show up in a flame of fire. And we have beheld them. We have seen them, because that's the key. We got to see and look up into the heavens, and you'll be able to see the different things that's going to take place and the different things that we can explain in the heavens. We're going to be able to see these things. But with that, man, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High. Clap it up for the Most High. So I love y'all online. Shalom to everybody online. If you guys want to get in contact with us, please email us at believersoftheway144k@gmail.com. If you guys want to give any type of donation, you can do so by our Zelle. Our Zelle is the same as the email. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Give her the mic. Hold on 1 second, family. One of the sisters got a question.
It's regarding the angels. So, according to the Bible, do they all look like that?
Look like what?
The pictures you showed us.
Oh, the descriptions from Ezekiel?
Yeah.
No, they look different. So like this.
Because I'm just imagining how the angel Gabriel went to Mary.
Well, that's the thing. They can. Let me show y'all one scripture real quick in Hebrews. Remember when I gave you the example of like that movie I was telling you guys about? Hold on, Shemai, family. Remember I was telling you guys about that show I was telling you about, how when it was like a ancient being that was like a consciousness, but in order for us to comprehend it, it had to manifest itself in a way to where we can comprehend it. It's similar to that with the Most High. We can't comprehend the things that we see in the heavens. So the prophets are only explaining what they're able to comprehend. So when you see like a four-faced creature with a human head, a cow head, it's not saying that that's exactly what it's going to look like when you see it in heaven finally, but it's giving you something to understand and conceptualize that the Most High has power over these particular beings, dealing with majesty, with the lion having his strength and the ox. It's like a similitude. It's like a parable. That makes sense? So you see how Daniel seen a beast come out the water and stuff like that, but those beasts represent nations. The same thing with the angels in Ezekiel. These things represent different powers that we can conceptualize. We know that a lion is powerful. We know that an eagle is powerful. We know that these things are powerful. The Lord is just giving us something to conceptualize, and he has rule over all that. To be honest with you, you know exactly how these things look. I don't know. That's beyond me. But I do know that, let's read this in Hebrews real quick. Yeah, read Hebrews 13:2. Yeah, I think it's Hebrews 13:2. Let me see.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Hebrews 13:2. Yep.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them, and them which.
Oh, no, not 13:2. It's not Hebrews 13:2. No.
I'm reading verse 3.
Oh yeah, read that. 13:2.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
It says now that means that Paul said, be careful how you treat strangers, because some of y'all may have entertained angels unaware. That means that they can appear to you in the form of a human flesh. They can appear to you like Sodom and Gomorrah is a great example. The two angels that came, they came in the appearance of men. So it's your mind kind of gets stuck thinking about this type of stuff, but it's stuff that we can't comprehend, you know? Yeah, like Christ did it. When Christ resurrected, remember it says Christ made himself look strange to the disciples. They didn't even recognize it was Christ talking to them. Christ was sitting there talking to the disciples, and they was like, you didn't hear what happened? Christ asking them questions, and they talking to Christ like, you didn't hear what happened to the Messiah? And he looking at them like, I am the Messiah. Or when you see like when Christ manifests the holes that was in his side and the holes that was in his hand, right? He didn't have those at first, so he had to show them. You know, like or the transfiguration, when he transfigured, right? So all of those things is like the great mysteries that we read in the scriptures, but the angelic host, according to the scriptures, they can manifest in a human form. It can manifest in a human form. I don't know how Gabriel looked when he appeared to any of the prophets, because it don't explain it. It just explains what the cherubim look like. And the cherubim look otherworldly. But when you get down to the philosophy of why they look like that, then it can give you some understanding of why the Most High showed them that way. But can you really fully understand why they look like that? No. No one's going to be able to really understand a figure with a human head, an eagle head, an ox head, and a man head. Like, You're not going to be able to conceptualize that, but you can conceptualize the understanding of the philosophy of why he chose to do those things and what each of those key figures mean. You understand? So I hope that answers your question. I'm trying to, yeah, Khan. So the Most High the angels can manifest. All right. Somebody said, let me see. Hey, I want to ask this. What if you don't want to help somebody and then it was an angel in disguise, but it's your money and you don't know what they would? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question for you. I don't know. I'm just a man. I don't know. I don't know why, what would happen or what. I don't know. You know, that's your test. I don't know. But but all praises to the Most High. Clap it up for the Most High. All praises. All right, family. Shalom to everybody online, and until next time, we'll see you guys for the next Sabbath class. Shalom, family. Enjoy your Sabbath. Shalom.